Hello. Hello. Happy Spill the Beads with Joyce Trowbridge. Today, I'm going to be using some of the ceramic beads, and we have a wonderful sale where you buy one, get one free of equal or lesser value. Make sure if you are mixing and matching things like these fabulous flowers that I'm using today, and then you want to also get some teeny tinies or some other things, you may want to shop it as separate orders so that you can make sure you get some of these flowers for free for the flowers that you buy. But as far as anything else, there's still great deals and wonderful stuff in here. And I'm going to be playing with the flowers today and some Rolas, and lots of craft wire because I love a craft wire. How are you doing this fine, fabulous Friday? Are you ready to spill beads with me? Hi, Liz. Hi, Anne. Good to see you on here. I started this bangle with the flowers. Ooh, did I not bring one out? I forget what this one is called. Do you remember what this one is called, Kristen? But I'm using this yellow flower with the turquoise Rola beads. I have gold 18 gauge wire and green. And then I decided to go and shop some more because I want to show how to start it. So I'm trying to decide if I'm using the daisies, the roses, or these are the irises. Um, Hydrangea. I think that one is the hydrangea. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. The little 4-petal one is hydrangea. So if you go and shop this, make sure that you are getting like same pricey things. Like if you got a buy one, get one free. But then if you wanted to go in and get some of our wonderful teeny tinies like these, or like these fabulous sorted leaves, which I want to kind of add in with my piece, I think. You may want to do those as separate orders so that you can get a little bit, shop smart so that you can get one of your flowers for free. I think these would be really, really pretty in there too. I may have to get some more because, like, look how pretty that is with the rose or the daisy. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Make sure you put that ceramic BOGO coupon code in there too, or it won't work, right? Let's get this back up here. I'm a little Today has been a Friday already, so I'm ready to spill some beads to get ready for this weekend. Do you have big weekend plans for Memorial
Hi, Joyce. I'm just popping in to let you know that you're muted.
Somehow I got totally muted. I am so sorry. I guess I muted both. I just saw that you can't hear me. Uh, thank you. Thank you so much. Like I was saying, without anyone telling me or hearing me, it has been a Friday. It's been a week for me. So I'm ready to like just get some beading done and clear the week off because it has been a doozy. I am ready for a long weekend. Are you ready for a long weekend? I think I want to bead all weekend. If I have it my way, I'm going to bead all weekend. So what I was trying to say is I love these red, what they're calling, or because it's the red um glaze on it, but it's like kind of like a pinky red. And I noticed that the magenta looks so good with it. So I am going to probably start a new one with one of these. Do you think I should do the roses or the iris? Oh, Roberta, you need to get some beading in. That's too long. A month is too long. Too long. We creative types need extra, don't we? The roses, it looks like we're doing the roses today. I know they're so sweet. And then now I'm trying to decide, the base is 18 gauge where the gold is on this one, and that little green is you can use 24, 26 gauge, either 24, 26, depending what you have. And I have magenta in 18 and the magenta in 24. So I can't decide if I want to do the magenta as an accent like it is here, or the magenta as the main course, and then use another color as an accent. Like maybe use the green 26 as the accent for the wrapping. Maybe that's what I do. But then that might not let these stand out as much, is my fear. So I think maybe that's what I do, is do the accent in the smaller one. Well, a new house is worth putting off beating. Congratulations. So let's get these beautiful beads out. The roses. The roses won the vote. The Rola beads, I think I'm going to do, I pulled out different things. I think I'm going to do the dark blue for an accent. The turquoise would be nice too, but I thought the turquoise, of course, goes so well with yellow. And I was thinking of Sarah and her birthday when I pulled those colors. I love it. And then let's add some of that. So I'm going to use the dark blue. I think that dark blue goes really good with the magenta and the red roses. And then I have the gold again, but I never used the bronze color. Has anyone used the bronze color? I'm really liking this deep gold color. Normally I just go like with the vintage bronze because I like that, but this like bronze color is so pretty, and I think that would be nice with that. Make it a little rich looking. I think that's the winner. That's the winner. Awesome. Awesome. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so what I am going to do to start this beautiful piece, to start a brand new one, is just start out with 3 pieces of the 18 gauge. And you probably want it at least 9 inches, 10 inches, so that it goes around in a cuff. And you can have your ends, it'll be easier, but I personally like to go a little bit more, and if I need, I'll trim off what I don't use and then just use the scraps for other things later on. So I'm going to cut 3 pieces, and my pieces are closer to a foot long. We want to smooth them out. If they have any real big bumps, you can use your nylon tip pliers to smooth them out, or your hands to smooth them out. Luckily, these ones right here is I think it came off pretty nice and smooth, so that's as good as I want. I'm going to aim for the center, like hold them all together in a one right after another into like kind of a ribbon shape. And I'm going to start from the center. I like to start from the center versus one end, because then I can kind of change my mind as I go. Occasionally I will go, oh, maybe I want to do something slightly different with that middle one, or I want to make sure I have a true middle. I don't want to have like it so that I have 4 flowers. I want to make sure I have a middle flower. So like if 4 flowers is what I need, I can always change it over to 3 flowers and do something different on the sides. Oh, I'm not in the thing. That I just noticed that too. How do I have my phone? Oh. I got so excited to do this. And I was talking to Kristen about the fabulous sale that Kristen, I need to do um while you're looking at these beads, I think it's because I have these like totally set up far away, so I thought I was further away than I really am. And I'm not that far. We need to enter to win, don't we? Let's get our little giveaway going. I just sent out the last giveaway. I was a little behind on that. I do apologize. We're gonna go hashtag ceramic. No. Hashtag rose. That's easier. I feel like it's a Monday, not a Friday. It's been such Do I even know what my name is? There we go. I think I am just barely remembering my name today. Oh, I'm so glad to have everybody here with me today. It makes it so much easier and happy. I need this. I need this. I got some things in my personal life that got a little hectic this week. And so it's great to have fabulous friends here in the bead world that's just going to love me for my beading. And I think that's great. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, did I really put Rosa? Well, that's hilarious. I guess I was thinking about Rosa today. She's not even working today. There we go. We fixed it. Make sure it's Rose. I did do Rose. Thank you for catching me. Made everybody do Rosa. If you did Rose, you got it. You're already in. If you did Rosa, we love you, Rosa. We miss you today, Rosa. You're off on Fridays. Um, oh, all you can do is laugh, right? All you can do is laugh. I took my magenta 24 gauge wire. I am cutting about a piece because we're going to cut off little pieces, right? We're only going to be making these little wraps right here. I'm going to start from the center of this set and try to kind of off-center it a little bit. I'm going to go a little to the left of the center, and I am going to wrap these. Now, I'm going to try to keep these three nice and flat while I'm wrapping so that they don't bundle because I want them to lay flatter. I'm using 24 right now, but the green, I only had 26 when I started it. So you can do this with 26 gauge wire also. If you want a little heftier look, you can even do 22 for these wraps. And I'm just bringing these halfway around and then flattening them gently. Try not to put too much pressure on my pliers so that it doesn't cut through the, or I should say, scratch through, because sometimes our pliers are a little scratchy, right? I had a little boo-boo and channeled my thoughts of missing Rosa today. We had a lot of fun yesterday with the live sale. That was probably what I was thinking about. We have wonderful, fabulous things in our live sale that we did yesterday. And I'm excited about all Sarah's plans for the upcoming ones. We're starting to get all that product in, and it's so great. So if you have not shopped it yet or have not caught on that we have live sales, we do them every Thursday, 1 p.m. for our live. And then you can shop through them through the weekend into Monday. I love putting little accent of the colored wire. Sometimes I like to do something with full color wire, but using a little accents of it, I think just gives it a nice little sweet look. Sometimes full color is just too much for me. And I feel like it takes away from the beads that I'm using. So using accents is great. Now I wrapped it around and I cut it on the inside. So I'm considering this my inside. I'm going to go over to the here. This is my outside. You want at least like 4 little wraps. You can add more wraps if you want. I think on my original, I have 6. Like on this one right here, I have 6. Then I'm going to pull the bottom one down, the top one up, and this is where we're going to get in with the pretty beads. We're going to put that on the middle one. And I'm going to put one roll. You don't need to do I just find that the Rolas are easy because they will go on the 18 gauge really nicely. Some fire polish will go on the 18, but not all fire polish will go on the 18. There's some stone will go on there. Whatever fits on this 18 gauge wire is what you're going to want to put on that. And Rolas just are a great way to get a simple bead as an accent in. All right, so I'm putting a Rola and then a rose and then a Rola. These are going to flip a little at first, but we're going to work on trying to get that to not. Now I'm going to just I pull these really far, so I'm going to kind of bring it around so that it is softer. And then looking at where that leaf is, I'm going to do this with my hand. Well, no, I'm going to do it with my pliers. I'm using my Chino's pliers for it, but I'm going to try to be very gentle with the bend because I don't want to like over bend it. I want a soft bend on this to frame it. And I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom one. Yes, rollers are like little tubes. They have little flat ends. They almost look like little mini pony beads or perler beads almost. But in glass, they're Czech glass instead. So now that I have that little frame, we're going to try to get our bends to kind of match a little here. That one's not matching as well, so I'm going to kind of open it up and reposition it. There we go. Now they match. Now they match. Look at that. And we're going to bend this sideway. Take my pliers and bend these so that they run in the same we're going to get them right next to that middle wire. So that those 3 wires are together again. And I'm going to go to the back side so that this is a little easier to maneuver. And take my wrapping wire. Yes, you can definitely use a bail pliers to make that. It's a great idea, Sherry. It's always easier than it feels. It's so, I think, because wire can feel so awkward because it wants to go everywhere. We feel like it's harder than it really is. You just got to tell the wire who's boss. You're the boss. You're going to put it into place, right? I'm just going to press those down. This is the Softflix craft wire, which is pretty soft. It is a copper base with, and these are enameled colored, the bronze and the magenta. It has an enamel color that is baked on. It has a protective coating over it. So it is mostly scratch resistant, but hard scratches like pliers will take it off. So when you are using your pliers, you want to make sure that they're level, that you're not coming in at an angle that might scratch it. So, and I'm just using very gentle presses when I'm pressing down on these. All right, so now we got one little section. Look how cute that section is. Now I'm going to make another one next to it. So I'm going to hold on to that, and I'm just going to bend that away. Bend the outer ones away. The more you do wire, the more you'll be comfortable. I think when we first are learning on wire, we have a tendency to either grip things too hard or too soft. And finding that middle ground is just a little bit of a learning process. But once you do, true, you can totally tape. And sometimes the other thing that I do, because it's really just these edges right here, I will take a file or a sandpaper and just sand that down, bevel it just a tiny bit. You don't have to do a whole lot, but just that will sometimes be enough, is just to sand down those edges a little. But putting tape or using the coating, there's a coating that you can put on. A lot of people like doing it. I find for me, it makes my pliers too slippery, so I don't prefer that direction. But I do know it is very helpful, and it is a preference of a lot of people. And now I'm good. And I'm letting this be kind of organic. I'm not, you can go in and try to plan it and try to get these all, you can make these little curves all uniform and then put it, line them up, get them all set. But me and wire, we like to work kind of together as we go and do it a little more organically. I find that that works best for me. I get more frustrated when I plan ahead, trying to get all the bends for all the little spots so that they all look the same. And if I go with it as I go, if I build it as I go, I'm usually happier with it. Because even though the beads are all the same, they're supposed to be the same, they are, there can be little variances, and those can end up showing up sometimes. Oh, I bet you the shrinking tubing could do that. That's a really, that's a good, that I bet that would work really well. So I'm going to get those nice, start wrapping them and put them together. So I'm noticing the orange. Why did I say orange? Because I looked at orange Rolas. I noticed that the roses are smaller than my hydrangeas that are on here, are the yellow ones that I got. So I might need a few, like maybe one or two more in my finished piece. So I might have to do like a section with, if I don't have enough roses, I might do a section with something else when it gets closer to the end. We will see. Now this is semi-inspired because I had one of our lovely viewers ask me about how to end some of these different ways to end our wire bracelets or rings and things. And so I thought this would be a good way. Plus we have all these wonderful, I was thinking about the ceramic flowers before I knew that we really were having for this project, before we had the sale going on, which I thought was a perfect timing. I love how the timing goes. So let's go again. We got a Rola in my middle. And then my rose, and then the Rola. And then I'm going to start bending it over. Oop. Right now, my roses are going to wiggle. I'm not going to worry about wiggly roses because I'm going to come back with some wire and do a little trick. Mm -mm -mm -mm. And I'm going to wrap these together. The only problem when I do the wire projects, I always forget that for my spill the beads, how crazy the wire wants to interact with the camera. And I got to be mindful of where the wire is, where the camera is, and where the stand is, and not get things tangled. So if I can do it under a camera, you can try this too. In fact, I would love to see if anybody makes something like this with your goodies from home, whether you do it from some of the ceramic beads that we have on our website for sale, or if you are tried out on your own this weekend with what you have. I would love to see it on the VIB group. That is that is my go-to place when I need a little cheering up, when I've had a hard week or a hard day. I love looking at all the creations that are wonderful Softlex VIB people make and be inspired by color and projects. All right, let's get this other side, get 2 on this side. We're almost on the home stretch of how many flowers I have, and then we're gonna get creative with the rest of this. So every time I put, ooh, I'm so excited. You got some copper, so you're gonna try it. I love it, love it. Can't wait to see what you make. So I'm just gonna spread those ones apart. VIB is only on Facebook. But if you don't do Facebook, if you are just one of our YouTube watchers, you know, if you want to get into, you should send us, Kristen, would it just be to info or would it be to marketing if they want it so we can feature them in the, in some of our newsletters and blogs? Because we should be able to get you what you make in there so we can see the different, because that's another way that we share is we do our weekly recap blogs, and we do our, you know, design kit blogs and things like that on our in our newsletter. Oh yeah. Oh, there's the link on Facebook that we have for Facebook, so you can follow that link to be part of that. Oh yes, marketing. So, you know, that's a great, but it is a great thing for those that aren't on Facebook and watch us from your YouTube. You can always send what you've made from one of these, and with your permission, we will share it in one of the blogs so that people can see your fabulous creations that you've made with one of the techniques that we've done in our lives, or with materials from a design kit or a sale. And then just bending it back. Look how pretty. I'm loving this. I mean, when it is on, when my bracelet's going to be on, there might move a little bit. They'll probably just stay. So I could just leave it, but I'm going to play around with some of the wire, with this thin wire, and in a little bit to kind of get them to always face upward. True, that is very true. It is just the weekly recap and the kit roundouts, which I think is what I was talking about, is what I was meaning. Because if you're making something with what you've done from one of the videos or from one of the kits, we can add it into, I would think, right? Well, I might have stepped over over some toes on that and forgot about our limitations at the moment. I'm just going to create more work for everybody. Sorry, Kristen. Because that means you. That's not what I meant. And of course, if you just want to show me what you made, you can always email me at joyce@softflakescompany.com, and I would love to see what you make. How about that? Ah, there we go. We got 4. 1 more to go. See, not too bad, huh? We can make wire fun and easy. Get a little bit of a bend on that. Okay, I did not abandon. I just want to say it looks like I abandoned my yellow and turquoise one. I am going to finish that one because I love the way that coloration was, but I got so excited because I never played with that magenta, and I got so excited about how well that matches the red color of the flowers that we have. Like better than the red, because it is, these red ceramics are more of a pinky red, so it goes great with that magenta. I know, I love wire. Wire was my first love into beading. So it's awesome when I find other people that love wire as much as I do. And I love it when people are new and explore it. It's great. Well, and then this little bit of like thinking about using just a little bit of the colored wire mixed in with a metal color wire. It just adds such a pretty accent, which just got me very excited. Because I was really happy with how the green looked in the first one. I was like, oh, I never used the, kind of almost forgot about the magenta until the other day. I think when Kristen and when I made the ring with Kristen last Wednesday, we got talking about the magenta wire again. Mhm. All right, there we go. So that is my basically my piece. I'm gonna form it around. I now need to come up with what I'm going to do for the remainder of the cuff. I need to get this. You could form this around a bracelet mandrel, or you could use like a cup or something, but I'm going to just form it around me because I can, because that's what I have right now. All right, so there we go. So I need at least like one more thing. I can either try hold out and go buy some more flowers, which, you know, with the sale is a good idea. But I want to finish this today. So we are going to just add a Rola bead. And I think I'm going to do something a little different to speed it along. I'm going to just do the infinity wrap around using the the end wires, so that oops, that one didn't get, there we go. Let's get another roller bead. So I'm just bringing this to curve around the roller bead. This is going to be a little stiffer with the 18 gauge, but I did a full wrap around, so it's a little hard. So maybe taking the time to do the magenta wire wraps might be like a little easier on the hands, if you were to do this yourself, because wrapping 18 gauge and trying to hold it is a little tough on our hands. But I'm going to commit. Oh, I love that idea. A headband out of this. Yes, we have all those white flowers too. That would be so, so gorgeous. You know, don't need a wedding for a headband. I can be a fairy this summer and have a flower. So that looks like a good, is that about what I need for my cuff? Yeah, I think I just need 3. So we're going to end at 3. So now what are we going to do with all these wires, right? This is where we get a little caught. You know, like, what can I do? And a little stuck sometimes. I feel like I might need. So I think the 3 is going to be okay. I like my cuffs to be kind of mostly around, trying to visualize. I think I might want one more. I kind of like mine to meet up closer. There we go. So what do you do with all these wires? I could just cut these 2 because it's ending right there and just push those in and then do a loop. But I think I want to get a little decorative. So I'm going to start with this small one. And I'm just going to curl that in. Start out with a nice little open curl. I like my swirls to be more open. I'm not a big fan of closing that. I don't know. There's just something about an open swirl makes me happy. So I like to not close it in. Sometimes I will make them a spiral that's a little bit. So I'm leaving that one like that. I'm going to take a little scrap of the thin wire of the magenta, and I'm going to take and wrap these three together right here to give a little accent of this wire again. And it will also keep this swirl from touching on things and opening up. I'm just wrapping around. Okay, a cute little wrap there. I'm going to cut off this side. And then gonna just wrap around this part of this little bit of the scrap left over from that. I'm gonna just go around the single wire a little bit, snip off the extra, push in the extra, push those little wires together gently when I do this side motion of squishing them together. I like to go very softly and let go and do it multiple times, come back and forth, just so that I don't end up marking them. If I try to do it all in one like force, I tend to mark. And now I'm going to just bring, let's see. Snip off some of this wire and make a small little loop going the opposite direction. So it's like kind of cutesy there. And then I have this one to do. So I'm going to cut off a lot of that. That one's extra long for whatever reason. And I'm going to spiral this one down. I'm probably going to do this one. This one's going to go a little bit more tighter. And fall right beneath the first one. And have a nice little end there. So I got my little spiral end there. And I might choose to brace those together again with another bit of or decorate a little bit more with the magenta wire to kind of like bring that magenta wire back in. There we go. And then I'll just repeat the same thing on the other side. But that is going to go after the live because we are right at the end. But see, as you can see, that'll just end really nicely there. So pretty. So excited about this project. Absolutely can make a ring with some of that extra wire, and I'm going to save these bits for doing different things. I know I want to do it as a headband too. I love that idea. Kristen, we need to make headbands. All right, let's us choose a winner. Have you got the hashtag Rose? Not Rosa, because even though I was channeling Rosa and thinking about her, it is Rose, hashtag Rose for our winner. Wire always gets fiddly, but you just got to tell it to his boss, right? Let's get, oh, hmm. I'm sorry. It's just all of a sudden not letting me. Well, I cannot share my, oh, there it is. I couldn't find the share screen. All right. Hashtag Rose for the giveaway. Let's see who is the winner. Are we set, ready, set, go? Do, 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 do. Who's going to be the lucky winner today? Who's our lucky winner? Valerie! You are our lucky winner. Are you still here watching with us? Oh, Roberta, I'm sure you once you start wiring again, you will build up your stash of fun little bits. Yay, you're here. So glad to see that you are here. And we just email and I will send you a little charity gift from me. Congratulations. And I think that is all she wrote today. We spilled some beads, we made some wire. I made a cuff. I'm going to finish this cuff too. Obviously with the larger beads I need less, so if you are thinking about doing one with the roses because they are a little bit smaller, you may want to get 2 packs, which is, you know, right now with our BOGO buy one get one free, you can get 2 packs for the price of one. So that is a fabulous deal. You might as well get double. If you want to get your flower, make sure you're only buying the flowers in one order so that you can get one free. Because if you add other things that are different prices, it's the lesser items free that in the category. So that would be in there. I think that's it. And then we have our live sale. And Kristen, you are off, correct, for Memorial Weekend. So we're going to skip next Monday, and then Sarah's back on Wednesday. Yeah. How long is the sale? Our ceramic BOGO sale is going on until next Tuesday. It's you can stop that until next Tuesday. The live sale that's on our Facebook page and on our comments sold website page, that is going on until Monday. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you bead a whole bunch. Yes, if you do shop the live, I will say that the Softlex Company app is the best way to shop. It is the easiest, most user-friendly way to shop our live sales. That's it. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to finish up my this bangle and this one and start wearing them, especially for this weekend. I love the colors, that bronze wire with the magenta wire and that pop of blue of the Rolas with those flowers. I'm really loving the combo on that. This is not a normal combination for me, so it's so exciting when you find combos that you don't work with very often. See you next time. Bye. Enjoy your weekend. Keep beading. Spill some beads with me.